Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and I'm back with part 2 of my Blu-ray horror collection series, basically. Yeah, I'm not doing this one in shelf by shelf, so I'm just doing this in parts, so got a few more parts to get to. This is going to be part 2, and this is going to be the Redemption, basically Redux, so this is going to be the updated Redemption line collection, and is, as of today, which is June, I don't know, 9th or something. I don't even know what date it is, or 10th. It's up to date completely. I just got the final 2 in today. So first up here is Gene Rollin's The Nude Vampire. Fantastic atmospheric film. Really dig this film. Awesome stuff. Next up, The Shiver of the Vampires by Gene Rollin. Also another fantastic film. Really enjoy that one. The Iron Rose, which is actually probably my favorite Gene Rollin film. I love the setting, man. I love everything about this film. It's atmospheric. It's just bizarre, but it's the setting inside the cemetery that really does it for me, man. It's just fantastic. Next up, Lips of Blood. This is another really fantastic Rollin film. Really cool stuff. You got these twin vampires here. Really cool story. And then we got Fascination from Gene Rollin, starring, I always forget her name, but she was a porn star at the time. Very beautiful. Yeah, Fascination, it's pretty decent. It's really weird. Next up we got Killer's Moon. This one was, I'm not sure who directed that one. This was kind of an interesting type slasher type, kind of weird. It's a different type film. I thought it was pretty cool though. Next up, Virgin Witch. This one right here, man, this movie has a lot of nudity. Pretty fun stuff, from the early 70s, 1972, witch exploitation type stuff. The Asphyx, really great film with Robert Stevens and Robert Powell. Really cool film. Always love that film. Marquis de Sade's Justine, The Misfortunes of Virtue. This film's pretty decent. It's not my favorite one in the world, but I think it's pretty cool. A lot. There was a whole string of these type of films done at the time, and pretty much everybody was jumping on these. So, Gene Rollin's Rape of the Vampire, which is Gene Rollin's first film, I believe, from '68, done in black and white actually, which is kind of cool. Very interesting film, man. Rollin just has such a unique type of filmmaking. Requiem for a Vampire, another Gene Rollin film. Really good stuff. I really enjoyed that too. The Demoniacs, this is a really great one. Really enjoyed this film. Awesome shit. Next up, The Blood Beast Tear with Peter Cushing. This was kind of interesting. Not really the greatest in the world, but it was pretty interesting. Burke and Hare. It's kind of like it almost seems like it's a comical take on the real Burke and Hare story. Fuck, dude, there's some funny parts in this movie. Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. I know some people didn't really care for it that much. I can see why, though, but Renato Pacelli's Black Magic Rites. Now, this is, I believe, to be one of the only Redemption releases so far that I didn't really care for. I thought this movie was kind of... it's kind of pretentious a little bit. Like, there's a lot of things going on that don't make sense. And I think it's just trying too hard. I don't know. Next up is The Living Dead Girl, which is right up there with one of my favorite Rollin films. Probably the goriest out of all the Gene Rollin films. Fantastic stuff, though. I love the story, and that's great. Two Orphan Vampires. This is one of the weaker Gene Rollin films, to be honest. I don't hate this film, but I don't really love it that much either. We got Mario Bava's Hatchet for the Honeymoon. Love this film, man. So cool that Redemption released that. Very cool stuff. Redemption. Gene Rollin's Zombie Lake. Fuck, man, this movie's so cheesy. It's so cheesy. I know there's quite a few people that have told me that this was the very first Gene Rollin film that they ever checked out, and I was like, damn, that is a fucking bad film to check out first. Definitely check out his earlier vampire stuff. This one was just really bad and cheesy, but I really enjoy it, though. I think it's fun. And then we got Jess Franco's Oasis of the Zombies. Again, really bad, but really good at the same time. These are fun Nazi fucking Nazi fucking, zombie films. Female Vampire by Jess Franco also, and it has the alternate cut Erotic Kill. This is pretty decent. I actually need to watch Erotic Kill, actually. I haven't watched the alternate cut, but I thought it was decent. And then we got Exorcism, and of course it has the alternate version of Demoniac in there also. I've yet to watch that alternate version also, but Exorcism, very cool stuff, actually. Getting into some Pete Walker stuff here. House of Whipcord. Love this movie, man. I think Pete Walker is such an underrated director. Just fantastic, fantastic stuff. Really enjoyed that. And then onto some more Pete Walker stuff. We got Schizo. This is really fantastic. Very cool film. Very cool stuff. Next up, we got Gene Franco. Ooh, Pete Walker's Die Screaming Marianne. Not exactly my most favorite Pete Walker film in the world, but I enjoy it, though. I think it's fun. The Comeback, this is a pretty cool, unique story. Got pretty bad cover art here. Prefer definitely the, I believe, Shriek Show edition, but very cool story about a musician on a comeback and stuff, and his wife gets killed, and he's a suspect. It's pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed that film. Another Gene Rollin film, Night of the Hunted. Really fantastic kind of idea to the film. I believe this one wasn't really executed that well, though. I really do like the idea behind this film, but just wasn't executed that well, in my opinion. Next up, Grapes of Death. This is like right up there with my favorite Rollin film also. Might even be my second favorite one. Love this movie, man. Really, really great atmosphere. Cool stuff. Sergio Greco's Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine, nunsploitation film here. Decent at best. I really enjoy nunsploitation films, but this one right here, I don't know. I think it could have been better. Enzo G. Casarella's Cold Eyes of Fear. Decent film. Again, not the greatest, but decent, Then we got some more Jess Franco stuff. A Virgin Among the Living Dead, and with the alternate cut, Christina, Prince of Eroticism. I believe that version has... I want to say that version has... No, that's the other one. Okay, A Virgin Among the Living Dead is the version that has Gene Rollin added footage in their zombie footage and stuff, and it's actually quite funny because it doesn't really do anything for the plot of the film and stuff. It's it's kind of funny, actually, but I don't know. Jess Franco's Nightmares Come at Night. I thought this was decent. It's Jess Franco. I really enjoy this film, man. The Awful Dr. Orloff. I think this movie's fantastic. Really good release. Then we get into some Alain Robbe-Gurlet films. Trans-Euro Express. I still have yet to watch this one. I'm just getting into his films. I just peeked out one last night. Seductive Sibling of Pleasures. Need to check out that one. And we got some more Pete Walker here. The Flesh and Blood Show. This is a fantastic film. Really good stuff. The Frightmare, a great, killer family type film. Fucking awesome, man. I really enjoy Frightmare. Always been a big fan of it. Now, this is the first one I checked out by Alain Robbe-Gurlet. This is his first film. So I've had to check out, I'm going to check them out in chronological order. This movie right here, I was about 15 minutes into this film thinking to myself, wow, does this movie ever remind me of David Lynch? Now, this is before David Lynch's time. And the whole movie is very ambiguous and, shot in black and white. And it's really interesting. It's a really weird story about this kind of almost unnamed man that meets this girl right here. Then she kind of disappears, and then he's on a quest to try and find her. And then he finds her, or, then you question if he does. And anyways, they're like in a car going somewhere, and they end up crashing, and she dies. So now he's like on a mission to like basically find her like in his dreams. It's really, really fucking weird movie. It's done through flashbacks and a lot of like really weird things going on in this film. Like there's parts where people that are speaking Greek and other type languages are not translated in the film, and that's obviously done so the viewer doesn't know what they're saying either, because they don't want you to know, because he doesn't know what they're saying either. Weird little quirky things like that, but this was a really fantastic movie. I thought this was excellent stuff. I guess it could kind of be considered like, it's not really a horror film, but it's very dark and very witty and just interesting. I recommend this. I can't wait to check out his other films, man. It's really bizarre. Jess Franco's Demons. I talked about this in an update recently. This movie is pretty bad, actually. It's practically just a softcore porn. But yeah, just not a great story. The Man Who Lies, another Alan Robbe-Gurley film. Looking forward to checking that one out. And we got Eden and After with the alternate cut of And Took the Dice. And I just got these in brand new today. House of Mortal Sin by Pete Walker. As you can see, they're still not even opened. And another Pete Walker film, Home Before Midnight, which I'm really looking forward to checking these out. So that is going to do it for the full collection of Redemption. As you can see, they're all numbered, and you can see that there's number 13 that's missing. It's because the guy that runs Redemption is very superstitious and just hasn't put out a title for that one yet. But that's the whole lineup of them right there. And I love how these things look. They look fantastic. And there's 44 to date. Very cool stuff. I love how they're all uniform. Very, very cool. But yeah, so that's the whole Redemption collection. That's part 2 of my Blu-ray overview. I will be getting into basically, single titles and digibooks and all the other titles that are coming. I got a couple more shelves, so I'll be able to do this in about 3 or 4 more parts. But anyways, guys, check out some of these Redemption titles, man. Support these guys. They're doing a really good job. So, but that's going to do it for me. I will check you guys out in the next video. Peace out, homies.